Hi, I'm Willem. Let's chat family. Do you have a fun family or a fun story your family likes to share? Every year, my family goes camping. All of my siblings and my cousins and my aunts and my uncles, we all get together for about a week and it's awesome. Our big idea for this week is Jesus shows us a new kind of family. So let's watch today's God story and see what kind of family that is.
Did you know that Canada has more lakes than the rest of the world's lakes combined? Hey everyone, my name is Liza and I'm really excited to be here with you for this series. I wanted to start off by sharing a story with you about my friend Sylvia. Sylvia and I met about 4 years ago when we started working together, and she's been so friendly to me, so caring, so loving, so supportive, so much so that I now refer to her as my work mom. She's just like family to me. In today's God story, we're gonna hear about the time when Jesus completely redefined family. And so today's big idea is Jesus shows us a new kind of family. We're in the book of Mark, which is one of the gospel books. That's a book that shares about the new good message of Jesus. Mark is the second book in the New Testament, which comes after Matthew and before Luke and John. Jesus had been spending time with his disciples, traveling, teaching, and healing people. And in the story that we're going to hear about today, Jesus was with his disciples and they went into a house. And because of what people had heard about him, a crowd gathered. The crowd was so big that Jesus and his disciples couldn't even eat. Now, Jesus' mother Mary and his brothers heard where he was, so they went to go see him. But the crowd was so big and the house was so full that they sent someone in to get him. Someone said to Jesus, "Your mom and your brothers are outside. They are looking for you." Then Jesus asked some kind of strange questions. He said, "Who is my mother? Who are my brothers?" What? Surely Jesus must know who they are. But just to be clear, Jesus knew exactly who his mother and his brothers were. He was just asking these questions to get the attention of everyone in the crowd. Imagine, when he said this, people probably leaned in to hear what he was going to say next. Let's read. Then Jesus looked at the people sitting in a circle around him. He said, "Here is my mother. Here are my brothers. Anyone who does what God wants is my brother or sister or mother." Jesus was doing something that was really shocking and amazing here. You see, in Jesus' time, who your family was mattered pretty much more than anything. Who your father was, what tribe or family you came from, that was a really big deal. In fact, your job or your identity or your value was really shaped around your family. And Jesus is saying that these people who are not blood related to him, are his family. And not just extended family like cousins, but his brothers and sisters and his mother. That's pretty unreal. In this moment, Jesus shows us a new kind of family. Not a family that's created through biological connections, but a family that's created through people coming together to live God's way. Everyone who follows Jesus, who has ever lived, from oldest to youngest, from every continent on our planet, is our family. So if our value or identity is shaped by family in any way, we can know that we are a part of God's family. We can know that because of Jesus, we get to be brothers and sisters together. Because of Jesus, you are my brothers. You are my sisters. You are my family. Yes, you in the back there. And we can all know that we will never be alone and we will always have family, because Jesus shows us a new kind of family. Who are his mother and brothers and sisters? We are. Jesus made it so. Thank you so much for hanging out this week. I'll see you next week. Take care.
Turn to the person next to you and discuss the following questions. Yeah!
Question time!
Why do you think Jesus wanted to show that our family is bigger than just our blood relations? Is there anyone that you consider family who isn't related to you? Game time! Goliath. Can you say the key verse before the battle is over? Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go! Say it with me. Anyone who welcomes one of these little children in my name welcomes me. Mark 9, verse 37.
Jesus said anyone who does what his Father wants is his brother or sister or mother. That gave me a totally different take on family. Our good friend Natalie invited us to see what family looks like in her life. Let's check this out.
Oh, hi, come in. It's cold outside. Let me introduce you to my family. My mom, Alice, hi. My sister, Catherine, and my dad, Wayne.
Hi.
I love spending time with my family. I love cooking with my family, and sometimes me and my sister make a whole meal for all of us. I know my parents love me unconditionally. They give me everything I need, they support my choices, and they listen to my opinions. We love to play board games together and go shopping, but I love it most when we go to amusement parks or go on vacation. My parents introduced me to Jesus at a very young age, and we all love being part of a church family. We serve at church. One thing that I do is that I'm on the welcome team. We greet people as they arrive to service to make them feel welcome and loved. I also help out at the Welcome Center, where I spend time with kids if families have questions, if they're new, or if they just want to talk to pastors after service. One thing that I love is teaching at KidMax. I teach the kindergarten class where we teach kids about Jesus and make it fun for them. Being in a small group means for me that I have a group of girls of my age that I can really connect with through Jesus. Sometimes we just have fun and play games, but sometimes we just talk seriously about things that we've experienced. I know I have a family that loves me, but I also have a church family who also loves me, and I show my affection to them by volunteering.
Those are the funniest eggs ever, but they looked so good. What I love about Natalie's story is that you can see how close her family is and how they reflect the love of Jesus. We can also see that through serving at her church, Natalie's building extended family relationships through her involvement there. Well, I'm certainly inspired, and I hope you are too. So let's break into our small groups and see what this looks like in our lives.